Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us once again. Alright, where are we? 2 days today. 2 days worth of work today.
Was
Was
yesterday we had live.
you had music live. Alright. Oh, I should... Okay, to start off with, let's have a look at the room. It got really, really big. It was a big room. Look at that. What do you reckon? It was a big room. Can you see where we're,
Yeah.
pass me over one of the pencils for stationery. Alright. So you can see where this room here comes in out of that construction storeroom, which we did just yesterday's, or the day before, right? And it also joins up on the other side where the other cells are joining up with the cavern, right? So that's what that looks like. Kind of turned out to be one giant room. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You see what we're doing here?
Yep.
See where the bedding is?
Yes.
They got some table, water barrels.
Yeah.
They made a little bit of a barricade here. There's still some of the supplies. And this is their treasure section, right? So they got a chest with all the things they don't know how to use. And this is what we're going to be doing today over here, over in the gap, alright? So this room, the importance of this is, this room that we're going to do with the gap in it, ties together the narrative, the story for this whole section, is it's the ladder that's up against this back wall along here. And this is being held by the Shadakai. So even if they're on good enough terms to be let out, they have to probably be on really extra good terms to come back and be able to get a use of the ladder, which is like a as much a ladder as it is like you know, it's 4 or 5 foot wide. It's a little bit wider than a regular ladder, and instead of regular rungs with hand rungs, it's you've got, you know, like it is got slats for you to actually move across. So it's not quite latticing, but all right. Yeah, so that has to be come across here. So if they end on terms where they, you know, they have free run of the place, and they can take the ladder whenever they want. All right. Now, would you like to? Where's your? Pass me the other. Yeah. All right. I'll have this one. Oh, introduce Lob again and Gus.
By free terms, that might mean no.
So this is the from here on we'll have caverns and have natural cavern encounters. Just a second. Close the store. All right. It kind of came up a little bit, right? Oh, that one there, yeah, sure. So it'll
No.
the cavern is going to have a gap of about 55 foot, right? So that, about 50 foot across, okay? And will be a very long drop by that, like all the way drop, okay? So they're about 50 foot here, so that the laddering can be tied on. There's like been made some
That's 50 foot.
bollards, right? There's some bollards here. Okay, so the ladder can be made sound on one side, or you know, to be put in there, and it goes across here. Yeah, 50 foot wide. Okay. So this is a huge room. We've drawn this really huge. Unending. So if they get betrayed and they fall in, and I don't know, they have to have flying or something, or teleporting, or ropes tied on, or you know what I mean, right?
Or
this is the test.
Start
This
a
is
new
the
campaign.
or start a new campaign. Because this is the puzzle, the trap. This is why they haven't had trap doors, and this is why they haven't had a lot of real any kind of pushback, you know, because at any point either the Shadakai or the other warden, the ex-Elven warden, can turn around and decide to betray them and like literally pull it out from underneath them. And that's the big encounter trap point situation that they're gonna have to deal with before they get to the other side, which is what we'll do over here, a T intersection out the other side. All right. So sure, that comes in there. All right. Door, very good.
That's it for this room.
Well, really, we don't need much else to put in here, I suppose, right? There's not going to be any. Oh, We will need eventually natural waterways that link up with the other waterways that have been going through here. But yeah, I don't think we need to add anything extra into this
Yeah,
room.
maybe in like one of the other rooms, like a pond.
Yeah,
With
sure.
lakes.
Where it sort of gathers maybe and splays out, like comes
Yeah,
into a
and
little
then there's like
rivulet for
a
episode or
little
two.
river thing.
Yeah, sure.
For like a
All right. Well, yeah. Okay. So, and this is in the caverns, and so this is all natural area here. Okay. You saw with the other one, it was sort of half dug out, and it had connected to rooms and corridors that were half dug out. Here we're going to have all natural space now.
yeah, they accidentally dug into like
This big natural room area, yeah. Caves, right? So continuing that on, we want to open it up and give them choice now. So here I want you to draw like a T intersection that comes out, just two. Right, so it's going to come off one way and out the other way, right? But they're going to eventually join back up. Doesn't need to be that long. All right. Because there will be some life in this little part. We have, how many days do we have left of this month? 7?
Today's like
We have like 7 left. So you can
7.
see that we've got room here. This is the cavern room. Got room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think this is the start of the next area. Okay, so I was going to put some of that livestock or some of that food or some beasts in here, whether they're naturally occurring, or whether they're kept and cultivated. I haven't decided that yet. Maybe we'll randomize that. But that'll be coming up out of here. At first, we just need this T intersection room that starts to lead off so that the adventuring party can have some choice, okay? Need to have some choice in their life.
Before we.
Well, very little choice. There were times there was choice, but it was a lot more railroaded and with locks and keys and stuff to kind of generate them to go in a direction that we wanted to. Yeah, sure. It was a lot more directed. All right, so pass me the arrays, please. Okay. Sure. So this one here technically will run off into one room. This will go off into the other room, and we'll have a series of about 5 or 6 other rooms to finish out the month. This is a simple T intersection here. Do we want to put anything into the room at all?
Have you looked at it?
For what though? What would we like to add in here? I think
on, if anything.
Sure, okay. Didn't we have a at the front, not this one? Sure. We do have these, but I mean it could be very much too soon to introduce some of these specialty rooms in here. These are more orientated for dungeon rooms, and we're doing a straight cavern, right? So what I might try and do is find a caverns reference sheet that we can use for the rest of the week on one of the resources.
Okay.
And that way we don't have to dig around for it today, right? And we'll come back with that for tomorrow. We'll just finish it off with the T intersection and make it a quick one today. What we might be able to add into here is some kind of bench or some kind of natural recess into here. All right. Usually T intersection and junctions are meeting. Oh no, we lost a Darth Vader. Our meeting area. So we'll flip for something in the room here. Okay, I'm not quite sure. All right.
There's something.
There's something. All right. Is it a table? Is it a table and chairs?
No.
No.
Like.
Is it a water feature? Okay, good. Very simple.
Just like.
Yeah. In this nook and cranny here, like we had upstairs, there's a water feature, right, where the water gathers here, okay, and runs into the room, so that they actually have fresh water, okay.
Instead of just
all the barreled water, yeah, sure, and what they can get their hands on. There's been plenty of barrels. It's not like they're going to be short, and they can always like run back up to the surface at any
and then
point,
just
right?
like get their bag of holding, fill it up fresh water from.
No, that's not what you do with a bag of holding. You don't just fill it up with water. You don't Well,
But
that's
you
not the idea. You
could.
could. Okay, sure. That's not the ideal. I'd let somebody do that if they needed to, right? For a quest. Anyway, like, I think we should just leave it simple like that. We have a gathering center room, okay? And we're going to have a 50-foot gap, okay? It
Oh
probably
yeah,
look
you
like
still
this.
need a like.
I know, don't pull it out. I've reinforced some of the pages. But I probably should do more. Okay. Alright.
And I
Oh,
think that's it.
before we say goodbye, I better have a quick sip of
Water.
tea. Thanks for coming in and checking in for today. Very light work for everybody. Rob didn't even get to do very much. Alright.
So see you next time.
Yeah,
Do the
thank you.
thing, comments and stuff.
No hassles. Love your work, and we'll see you next time.